Welcome everyone to a Freedom Forex Trading EURUSD Weekly Recap from the week ending on the 26th of April. Just going to walk through the opportunities that presented, why we couldn't get into trades on certain days, and how it all shaped up, and basically the overall story of the week. So coming into the week, we were in a bit of a tricky spot as we had a massive melt last week. So put price in a bit of an area of not having a whole lot of structure to be able to work with. So it did make things a little bit tricky. Approaching the week, we were working inside of this 15-minute bullish range here, expecting price to come and take out this high to continue with the bullish momentum, doing a bit of a retrace from inside of our overall bearish range. So leading into our Monday session. So on Monday, we were sitting here for our London session, didn't really have any structure or anything nearby, and we were very mid-range of this leg here to be able to do anything structurally. So we were expecting this high to be taken before coming and taking this, but it was a little bit too 50-50 on where we sat. So it was a session where we didn't do anything but that, sat there and waited for price to present. As price throughout the London session then started to step its way back down, we were looking at this point here, following with the order flow of the mitigation of our extremes, to then have price come and continue to take out this high. It stepped down to it really, really cleanly, just missed the mitigation, but that's fine. I'm still happy to look at that as a mitigation, as you know, when it's within that close to it, it's mitigated in my opinion. So I was looking to take a trade out of there. Unfortunately, price just came in on the 1 minute and went straight back out. Didn't give any structure, no reason or ability to be able to catch that trade. So that was one where we just had to sit there and watch that move on, knowing our direction was right. Following on from there, when we came into our Tuesday London session, same sort of scenario. So sitting here for the London session, and we had news coming out. We hadn't had any structure, nothing to be able to work with, nothing that gave us any reason to be able to actually get into a trade from here. We weren't mitigating anything that had led to any sort of structure breaks or had any sort of effect on the market. We were just in the middle of no man's land. So like the story's been a bit for Euro USD lately, we hadn't really had any structure. It was very, very large ranges, and we haven't been getting a whole lot of opportunities because of that lack in structure. So it's just something where we have to have a lot of patience with it and make sure we're still utilizing some of the other pairs that we've got in our book, like GBP USD, which does tend to present a little bit nicer, a bit more frequently. So from there, moving on, coming into our New York session for our Tuesday. Now, working aside of this leg here, it was a little bit cleaner. We had a smart money trap play out in this area, which price gave a nice reaction from before going and taking out the liquidity that was built up from that trap. We have a specific model that we use for our New York sessions, and we didn't have that model play out here. So although we had clear targets, we had clear liquidity built up inside of that area, with news, as well as not being in a position where we're able to take a trade, we had to sit out that one and obviously watch price continue bullish. Big reason for Tuesday not having any trades was the fact that we did have news. Don't want to be trading around news, carries far too much risk. So we really just want to let that play out and then assess from the following day. Coming in from there, so on Wednesday, it was much, much cleaner. So price had come down, it had taken this structural point. It did give an entry inside of here that was quite clean, but that one turned out to be a loss. Unfortunately, just got in price a little bit too early before price then continued in the bullish momentum. So that was, yeah, a little bit unfortunate. Sometimes you do obviously catch those ones where you get your trade play out, you get your confirmations, you get your lower time confirmations, you get your bias right, but unfortunately price can take you out before going ahead and pushing in that bullish momentum. By the time New York rolled around here, we're in a position again to be taking a trade. What we were looking for is we were looking for price to be actually down here. So taking out more of these structural points that we'd had sitting there, or at least take out this structural point, come into this mitigation, and then give us a bullish one from there. But unfortunately, we just got a lot of chop on Wednesday. Very, very poor price action. Not a lot of momentum or anything to be able to utilize there. Even as price started to push up throughout London close and New York close, we just had very, very sort of slow and trickly price action. Nothing that's really that beautiful or good to trade. Same thing again for Thursday. News played out, couldn't really do anything with that. When we came into our New York session, though, as price was stepping down throughout here, it was looking really, really good. We were waiting for this structural point to be induced. When we got the inducement of that structural point, we we're looking for lower time frame 1 to 5 minute confirmations to be able to go ahead and take this buy up. Unfortunately, rather than inducing, if I go ahead and to blow price up a little bit here, you can see we made pretty much dead equal lows with that structural point instead of going ahead and inducing it. So because we made dead equal lows, built up all that liquidity there, if we didn't get that liquidity ran inside of the session and it just left it there, which it did, we couldn't take a trade off of that. Just carries far, far too much risk. So that left us with Friday, having only taken a loss for the week and nothing else. So really slow week, big news week for price action. So not a whole lot you can do when you do get those news weeks. So that's just one of those ones where, it is what it is. However, leading into Friday, so Friday was really clean. Now, with where we were positioned, if I zoom out on a bit more of an overall push, price is approaching this area up here, which we know is a strong area to be able to sell from, a strong supply area, as it's part of this leg down and led to that leg down. So really, really strong area, was looking really good to be able to sell from there. However, with the way the price was presenting, with us being at the top of a bullish leg, which we're working with from this low to this high at that point in time, being at the top of that leg after price has already done its retracement and started to step its way up, we were expecting price to go bullish from here, but not bullish too far. At least they're going to come and take out the liquidity that was built up here with those equal highs. Go and draw those on there for you now. Those equal highs as a target. So it was looking really clean. As price then developed throughout our London session, it was getting a little bit deeper into the London session before we were able to take this trade, but we did have mitigations and a lot of manipulation happening inside of this whole area, especially with the trend line that we had built up across there as well. So it was looking really clean for London. Great trade, played up beautifully, absolutely fantastic reaction. Got our inducements into this point up here, so it was looking great for a sell. The trade was closed full at 1 to 3 as it wasn't in an area where it's expected to run too much further than that. So we did get out of that trade at a full 3R return, which is really, really clean. From there, nothing presented for a sell. You can see price just absolutely melted from there. And again, same sort of thing for the New York session. There was a trade inside of here. It's just not a trade that I would consider as A+ for our models. So nothing to break down with that. There was a nice sell though, which did run 1 to 10. So that was very, very clean, but it's not something that we trade too much of. So not any need to go over that trade. But overall for Euro USD, it's just been the story of it lately. It's been slow. There hasn't been a whole lot of trades with it. GU has 100% been the pair to watch, been the pair to trade. So paying a lot of attention to that pair at the moment. Euro USD is more so the pair that's a bit of a backup option for our sessions in case GU isn't setting up. So yeah, it's a pair that's very good to swing trade at the moment, but it's not very good for intra-session trading. Still work with it, presents great opportunities like that 1 to 3. Couple of opportunities that were unfortunate that they didn't run and got stopped at just before going, but nonetheless, great opportunities. Looking really good coming into this week. This has been really, really healthy price action. Got a lot of liquidity built up here that we can target for continued sells. So it'll be looking great for that. So excited for the week ahead. Both pairs are looking really, really good. So we'll see what presents and take it as they come.